Hello. I was just thinking about all the different disorders like schizophrenia, bipolar, post-traumatic stress disorder, paranoid delusional disorder. All these disorders that can all be caused in the brain within an instant, basically, of being terrified out your wits and prolonged. Like, so if you've had orchestrated theatrics like I've had, like. If you're a targeted individual and you haven't, lucky for you, but you've had an ongoing scare campaign which has terrified you and then kept on terrifying you throughout hours or days, even, to just keep you hypersensitized and hyper alert. Your body's going to just be full of adrenaline. You're going to be blasted full of adrenaline, which causes schizophrenic type, bipolar type, paranoid delusional type symptoms. So you're going to be so alert with things. You're going to hear things people have said miles down the road. You're going to be able to hear things someone's whispered as they walk past you, and you're gonna sort of relate it all to yourself because of the things that have previously happened. So my advice would be is to whack out all that adrenaline. Get a wall bag, do press ups, just get rid of that adrenaline if you can as soon as it's in your system, because then you're getting that nasty stuff out of your brain. So if you've got a wall bag, just hammer away at it, just start whacking away at the thing, hitting it as much as you can. Press ups, do a load of press ups. Go for a run away from the situation if you have to, but don't go mad in the situation, because that's what they want you to do. As soon as you flip out, that's how they can section you or put you under a section or whatever, diagnose you with any of them illnesses I've just listed, and many, many more. Probably schizophrenia, because that's like the main one they love to use. And just try and keep you cool, even if you're having a panic attack. I've sat there before with these events that have been orchestrated pretty darn well, where I'm having a panic attack and I'm sat there and I'm trying not to let it show. So I'm like sort of in a meditative state, trying to relieve the panic attacks, even though it's so hard, so difficult. The best thing for me to have done would have been probably leg it. But there was people, each time these events have happened to me, there have been a lot of people around waiting and watching to see my reaction. Like, there's people actually placed there. When I got out of the class where this thing was orchestrated, and it was orchestrated over weeks, I was having little bits fed into my head over the weeks, and on that final week when the terrifying event happened, I was being sort of scrutinised by other people in the class as well, like I'd done something terribly wrong. Anyway, I get out of the class for a smoke, even though I'm still pumped, full of adrenaline. My legs are that shaky and I can barely move. And there's 5 lads all stood in a row, not waiting for no one, all stood in a row watching me, like with their hands flat, like to show that I'm being watched. Another bloke around the corner, the bloke who's from the class with me, that stood with me, talking away. And it was if, I don't know, well, I know at least one person in that class knew what was going on and knew how it was orchestrated and why they'd orchestrated it. But these things, you need to burn the shit out of the adrenaline. Otherwise, you are going to get schizophrenic type symptoms, and you are going to be thinking, are they watching me? Is this person, what are they watching me for? And you're going to go down that road of what I've noticed a lot of targeted individuals are doing. They're filming everyone that's sort of wearing red or whatever, colour coding. They do use them techniques. They've used them techniques on me quite a few times. But you've just got to say, right, that's happened that time. It's not going to happen again for a while. Or it may happen a few days in a row. But just ignoring it is probably the best advice I can give. But if you get the adrenaline rushes, just whack it out of you. Not on a human being, but if you can get yourself a little war bag that costs nothing, well, if you've got a house, or even if you're living in a van, a little bag you can put on the wall filled with little dried peas and punch away at. And that just burn that nasty byproduct off in the brain. Plus it'll make you stronger, physically stronger, so if anything dangerous does happen to you, you have the ability to fight off. Even though obviously you've seen on my older videos that I had no ability to fight off anyone at that point. But taking people from behind, that is a ruthless and nasty technique to use. But no, it's because of something I've said in one of these videos. So there's something very important. Seriously, there's something very important that people should take on board that I have been saying in the videos. And it could well be about the adrenaline, because the byproduct, one of the byproducts of adrenaline is adrenochrome. And I noticed on Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the film, they use it as a drug. And the only way of, apparently, this might be true, this might not be true, the only way of harvesting that drug is while the person's still alive, so they have to cut it out of you. Now that sounds scary, doesn't it? So the best thing to do is burn all that adrenaline off as quick as you can. But with these orchestrated events, I mean, I have the people with the hand signals, all sorts of the strange things that, I mean, it's infinite, the possibilities that people can use. I've had people marching like the Nazi march. I've had all sorts of things, just walking strangely as they've been walking with me, and then you check, and then they go back to normal, stuff like that. And but it's these main orchestrated events. If they get you in a class, or they get you in a group of people that have no knowledge of the situation you're in, they can fuck you over with that group, unfortunately. And that's what happened with me. But it's happened to me before then many a time. But I wanted to show how good I am coming out of prison, going into a group and showing that I'm doing all this artwork and stuff like that, showing that I'm capable of being a good person, because I went to prison for a very violent crime. But there was a deliberate attempt to make me seem crazy. Yeah, I held it in with a complete panic attack, and just let it go. But it plays on your mind for days, these things, and that's what you don't like. It's the playing on your mind. You're thinking, why the fuck has that happened? Why the fuck has this happened? And it's always the case. Sorry for swearing, by the way, but it's one of them things. It's not a happy thing. But if you haven't had these things done through classes or through business or work or wherever you are, and you haven't had the severe fear put on you, good for you, and I hope it stays that way. But if you do get it, my advice is try and stay as logical minded as possible and think, hold on, this isn't everyone. This is, the TV thing's gone off. This isn't everyone. This is just either one person or a couple of people that have orchestrated that. They'll have people ready for you. They'll have people ready to suppress you. I know that for a fact. On all the occasions it's happened, I've noticed these people. And they're ready. And the only person they're watching is you, because they're waiting for you to act out to see if they can get you. But no offence to the people that were watching to see if they could suppress me. and all that with my adrenaline rushes, I don't think you'd have been able to. Seriously, I don't think you'd have been able to. Especially with no alcohol in my system, and especially in that situation. But that's what they do. So it's just another video from Uncle Phil, and I hope everyone's doing okay and that. And I hope that these cleverly orchestrated events that can sometimes be orchestrated over weeks haven't happened to you. And don't forget, all the symptoms of schizophrenia and all that can be wiped out of your system with B vitamins, exercise, especially as soon as the adrenaline's pumped through you. So get rid of it somehow. I know they put you in a position where it's hard to do either, because these are clever little games they play, but try and flush it out your system as much as you can anyway. Even if it's just clenching up all your muscles, like to get rid of it. Tell them you're desperate for the toilet and run off, something like that, just so you don't look mad. And that's all the advice I can give at the second, but that was just another video from Uncle Phil, so I'll see you later.